sorry about this, folks, but we set up a mic here, so can you just stay in the same spot in line and shift to this mic, just so John can see the folks who are asking the questions? Okay, great. So yeah, we can take the first question from the audience.
Doth God exact day labour light denied? First question goes to the person who can tell me where that comes from. God, don't you read Milton in the provinces?
Hello, sir.
Hello, Mr. Davies. Thanks again for the autograph. I really appreciate it. All the people you work with, there's anyone you hadn't worked with that you'd like to?
Everybody hear that question at the back? It was just, is there anybody that John hasn't worked with that he'd like to?
There's a lot of dead ones that I'd love to have worked with. You know, you have to be very sanguine about these things because actors bump into each other every 10 years. And we tend to work with each other every 10 years. We're a small, peripatetic lot, we working actors. There are a number of wonderful, particularly younger actors, with whom, you know, I shall probably be long dead before they get round to working with me, but I don't really want to name names, to be honest with you. I never worked with Olivier, though I met him. I did work with Gielgud. Alan Bedell, whom you won't have heard of, but those of you who saw Shogun will have seen that manic Jesuit superior. Bedell was the most, next to Olivier, the greatest stage actor I've ever seen. Electrifying. Just magnetic. But there are, you know, there are tens of thousands of interesting actors. Most actors are sort of interesting in a funny sort of way sometimes. There are very few actors that you simply go, oh God, what a waste of time. I have worked with one or two of them.
Care to name names?
Once. No, they sort of come and go. They tend to go quicker than they come, actually. But I guess when I was at Stratford, we used to go on the stage at night, and we would look around the stage, and we would look for a hungry pair of eyes, and we would break the natural rhythm that we have acquired for the part, and we would suddenly spit out a line straight at that person, and you know, with real violence. And the actors who are really alive would go, right, you son of a bitch, straight back to the next person. And suddenly you would have 5 or 6 really dangerous men quarrelling over the bones of England. And you could feel the temperature in the audience going down and people leaning forward in their seats. And that's really what actors live for, are those moments when it is so alive that it is palpable. You know, there is a real threat there. Send me your prisoners with all speedy means, or you shall hear from me in such a kind as will displease you. Send me your prisoners!
Absolutely.
Or you'll hear of it. That was really badly done as well. Sorry. Thank God for indulgent audiences. But the point I'm getting is, we are the most privileged people. We get to do what we would do for free and find other people to pay us for doing it. That's really one of the great secrets of life. To one of you young people here, really, that's really one of the 2 important secrets that you should all learn. Right? Let me repeat it. Find something that you love doing and would do for free, and then make sure that people pay you to do it. If you can master that, half of life is sorted out. Unfortunately, there are younger people in the audience, and I can't tell you about the second half. But there is another note, actually, that I learned from being in our business. I think everyone should work in the film industry, even if only for 6 months. Why? Because most of us, I will lay 90% of us in this room, are our own worst enemies. Like me in that early audition for Shogun, explaining why I couldn't do justice to the part. That's not my job. My job is to be as best as I can and try and get it. If you work in the film industry and the director says to you, right, I'm going to shoot that way, 2 o'clock this afternoon we're doing that scene, I want 2 zebra in the background. There's no point in saying to him, sir, we're in Tristan da Cunha and there is no zebra to be had in 5,000 miles. Your job during the lunch break is to go and buy 2 donkeys and have them painted and put in the background by 2 o'clock. And then you will go to the director and say, got those zebra for you, Mr. Right in the background over there. Zebras? Whose stupid idea was that? I'm not shooting that way anyway. And that's the... But the point I'm making is, we are not, in the film business, interested in your reasons for not being able to do what we've asked you to do. Not interested. You can't do it? Move on. Somebody else will do it. And if we could all get that into our brains and apply it to other parts of our lives, you know, we would be smarter and more fulfilled and more successful people. Don't put obstacles in your own way. Your answer to every question is, right, let's see if we can make that work. Get into that mindset and you will be awfully successful. Far more than the old hack who is preaching to you tonight.
Next question.